Okay, a little bit more of an update. Apparently, this guy's had 4 days at the Mandolin Hotel, and I have a good friend that lives there, and he's safe. So, glad for that. And um, have a good friend that I is moving to another state, and they were thinking of staying on the Strip last night. I'm like, thank goodness that they didn't, and they listened to their good angels and didn't stay there. So anyway, so apparently this guy is a pilot on 2 planes. His brother said he was just, a guy. He's just a regular dude. So he's a pilot. He's there 4 days. Takes up 10 weapons plus all the ammo, which is really heavy. Okay, I know. I go shooting every once in a while, so I know about guns, and I know that he had to break these guns down and hide them somehow to get them up into his hotel room. He broke out 2 windows that I can see so far, and so they're going to a third location right now to search out some more information about this guy, and we'll probably find out more as we go along. Just completely senseless. He was a total coward. Police came in and he shot himself. So completely senseless. So, all right, so that aside, what I'm really proud of is the ex-military and police that were in the crowd that put their fingers in bullet hole wounds to plug up people's wounds, which probably helped them, save them, because that's what you're supposed to do in the military. And, and a lot of the police are ex-military as well. And there were those types of people in the crowd. So thank God for them. Thank God for the good people of Las Vegas, because people of Las Vegas have been trying to let people know for over 20 years that it's a family state. That's what they were trying to do, over 20 years ago, is let people know that it, it wasn't a horrible, horrible city, that it's, family state. That's why a lot of people moved there. Homes were being built like crazy. And so a lot of people moved there, and because it was affordable. But let me tell you, it is hot in Las Vegas, so you really like the heat. That's a place to go. And I also have to say, I'm really, really proud of our president and how he handled this, murder, senseless massacre that happened. And and how he, handled it, what he said about, prayer for the families, and asking God for help to be with those who are left behind, and also those who are fighting for their lives right now in surgeries. People are lined up for around the block to give blood, which is good. So please do give if you're in Las Vegas, if you have an opportunity. There's, if you live there, where to go to give blood. And and now the president's talking about Puerto Rico, so hopefully they can get things done in the Virgin Islands and help those people get the needed relief that they need. And so anyway, we are in the chapter of Matthew, book of Matthew, chapter 23. So I'd like to get going with the reading of that. Please be praying for each other, lifting each other up, that we listen to God and our guardian angel for, the good that we need to be doing for each other. And remember that all good comes from God. So, okay. Of the scribes and Pharisees, good doctrine, but evil examples of life. Then Jesus spoke to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that ye observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. So basically, they tell you what to do, but they don't follow their own advice, okay? For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and they lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their own fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make in broad their philaster trees. I'm not sure what that word is. Phylaceteries. Philasteries. Okay, and enlarge the borders of their garments. They love the uppermost room at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogue, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and ye are all brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you devour widows' houses for repentance, and make long prayer. Make long prayer. Therefore you shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, you make him twofold, for the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, you blind guides, by which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple is nothing, but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. You fools and blind, for whether is greater the gold or the temple that sanctify the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. You fools and blind, for whatever is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctify the gift? Whosoever therefore shall swear by the altar sweareth by it, and all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by the heaven sweareth by the throne of God, by him that sitteth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you pay tithe of mint and ants and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, faith. These ought ye to have done, and have to leave the other undone. You blind guides, which strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you make clean the outside cup of the platter, but within they are full of extortation and excess. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. So spiritually clean. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like unto witted sculptors, which indeed appear beautiful on the outside, but within are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanliness. Even so you are outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within you are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you build the tombs of prophets and garnish the sculptures of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Therefore ye be witness unto yourselves that you be children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, you serpents, you generation of vipers. How can you escape the damnation of hell? Therefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them you shall kill and crucify, and some of them you shall scourge with your synagogues and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come the righteous blood shed upon the earth, and the blood of righteousness of Abel, and unto the blood of Zacharias son of Bar-Achias, and whom you slew between the temple and the altar. Verily, I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, you shall not see me henceforth until you shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Chapter 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the building of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily, I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us then, when shall these things be? What shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the age? Okay, not the world, the age. Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and he shall deceive many. And you shall hear the wars and rumors of wars, and see that you be not troubled, for all of these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For the nations shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes in divers places. And these are the beginnings of sorrow. Diverse places. Diverse places means diverse, okay? And they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and they shall kill you. And you shall be hated for all nations for my name's sake. And there shall be many offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many, because iniquity shall abound. And the love of many will wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, then the same shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached to all the world, for a witness unto all the nations, and then shall the end come. And when therefore you shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whosoever let him understand, then let them which is in the Judea flee into the mountains. Let him that is in the house not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to give them suck in those days, and pray that your flight might not be in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be a great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be. Except for those days shall be shortened, there shall be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. And if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here's the Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets, that shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Therefore it shall be unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning come out of the east and shineth even into the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For whosoever the carcass is, there the eagles will be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. There shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with the power and great glory, saved, and shall send his angels with great sound of trumpets, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds and from the heaven to the other. Now learn the parable of the fig tree, that when its branch is yet tender and put forth leaves, you shall know the summer is nigh. So likewise ye shall see that all of these things, and know that it is very near, even at the doors. And I'm going to stop right there at verse 34. So anyway, that's the reading for today. I hope that you have a blessed day, and be in prayer for each other. Love you. Bye.